Alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and explosives trying to fire one of their agents after he blew the whistle on Fast and Furious. The botched government operation allowing guns to be walked across the Mexican border linked to the death of U.S. Border Patrol agent Brian Terry and an estimated at least 150 Mexican citizens. An investigation underway led by Congressman Darrell Issa to see just how high up in the Obama administration the Fast and Furious scandal reaches. Joining us now from Reno, Nevada, Vince Cefalu, an ATF agent who claims he had to turn in his badge and gun for exposing the truth, and still an agent with ATF, if I'm correct in that. You're on administrative leave, but you're still with the Bureau, correct?
That's correct, Mr. Dobbs. I am still an ATF agent, and much to their chagrin.
And they're trying to get rid of you. And I thought, like many Americans, that once a person was a whistleblower and achieved that status, that they couldn't be actually just run over, dismissed, or messed with. But that doesn't seem to be the case.
Well, that unfortunately, there is a gap in the system. There's a break in the system that allows agencies to retaliate. We've seen it time and time again in other agencies as well. But ultimately, the system works, and I have to have faith in that fact that it will, in this case.
Well, Congressman Darrell Issa, the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, Senator Chuck Grassley, they have been doing, by any standard, an outstanding job of representing the interest of this nation in this investigation. You are one of the whistleblowers. Tell us, what do you think of the work that they and their committee investigation? What do you think of their investigation to this point?
Oh, I think at this point, I think all credit has to go to the media who's been covering it and keeping it alive, and to the committee, the whole committee, specifically Chairman Issa and Darrell Grassley. But we have a dead Border Patrol agent, and we can't forget that, and a lot of dead Mexican people who, at our hands, suffered these violent crimes that didn't have to happen. So they're doing an outstanding job. And as long as the end game is accountability, because thus far there has been minimal accountability.
Minimal accountability. We also have an administration that's refusing to cooperate. What do you think of the reassignment, if you will, of acting ATF Director Kenneth Melson, his resignation, replacement by Todd James as temporary director? What do you think of those moves?
Well, I think clearly it's time for a change in leadership. And so that was in the best interest of the Bureau and our mission, clearly. Mr. Jones from Minnesota, I guess, comes in with a clean slate. He can be the hero and get the mission back on track, get the people, resolve these issues, and hold these people accountable or not. He's still surrounded by the same leadership that signed off on, supported, or ignored what was going on with Fast and Furious, and all those people are still in place. Same attorneys who gave the 3 prior directors counsel are still in place. If he takes that counsel and follows it like they did, trying the same thing and expecting different results doesn't usually work.
What is the mood? You've got a lot of colleagues over the course of almost a quarter century in the Bureau as an agent. What is the mood within the Bureau? What is the morale? Because these are dedicated public servants who have, many of them, absolutely objected to the orders they were getting.
Well, much like my time with the United States Marines, I came to ATF because of the high level of dedication and professionalism. They're going to continue to march against all odds, but morale is impacted. There's much discussion about agents leaving the agency if a change doesn't come across the board in leadership, and if the attorneys are allowed to continue running this agency. We're a law enforcement agency. We're not a legal firm.
Vince Cefalu, we thank you for being with us. Look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, sir.